Everyone's been talking about maintaining healthy boundaries in relationships. That's easier said than done. I have struggled a lot with establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries. Well, not anymore. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Hasrat. With many celebrities spreading awareness about mental health issues and the importance of prioritizing one's own needs, it has become ever more important to have boundaries. Of course, having boundaries is easier in some cultures and relationships than others. In a literal sense of the word, boundaries define where one thing ends and where the other begins. Quite similarly, in any relationship, boundaries clearly define what an individual would be okay with and what not. There can be general boundaries like reserving the right to be respected and heard, or boundaries can be set to meet your own personal needs. I grew up always wanting to make my family proud and keep everyone around me happy. Sometimes even when people were disrespecting me to the point where I had started losing self-confidence. This naturally reflected on my romantic relationships as well. Deep down, I always knew that something was wrong, but there were two major problems. First, I didn't know how to communicate clearly and have my boundaries known, mainly because I myself didn't quite know what they were. Secondly, I had the fear of losing people and spoiling relationships. This continued until one day I realized that I did not want to be a sidekick in my own life story. That's when I slowly stopped being a pushover and a people pleaser. I will be making another video where I'll be talking about my personal boundaries that have strengthened my relationship with myself as well as others. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the update. The first step to build healthy boundaries is to spend some time with yourself. Make it a point to either start journaling or get involved in any activity that you can do by yourself. In this way, you'll get some me time where you can reflect on your thoughts and understand your likes and dislikes. Think about what kind of people you genuinely like to spend time with. Once you know yourself better, then it becomes easy to establish what is acceptable to you and what's not. Some kind of behaviors trigger some people more than others, so don't judge yourself for feeling certain things. Remember, boundaries are established to make you feel safe and protect your self-esteem and peace of mind. So it's okay to sometimes be what they call overly sensitive about your boundaries. The second step is to work on building emotional strength. Understand that most people who are used to getting away with insulting you, manipulating you, and walking all over your needs are obviously gonna have very strong and unsupportive reaction to your boundaries. You need to be mentally prepared to let go of some of these people. Trust me, you are better off without people who make you feel bad about prioritizing yourself. Start journaling, take up a hobby, learn a new skill. Basically, start spending time with yourself. The goal here is to solely depend on yourself for your own happiness. After all, the most important relationship that you can ever have is the one that you have with yourself. So why not spend some time on nourishing it? The third and most important step is to communicate clearly and have your boundaries known. Preferably right from the beginning of any relationship, but then it's never too late to start valuing yourself. I sometimes intentionally overreact when someone accidentally or knowingly violates my boundary just so I can make it very clear to them how important my boundaries are to me. Instead of molding your wishes to please others, now is the time to change the narrative. Make it very clear that if they want you to be a part of their lives, then they better be respecting your boundaries. Sadly, there are gonna be some people who will never understand this, and your only option would be to walk away from them. I totally understand that there are some relationships that are too valuable and you cannot just give up on them. But what you can do is limit spending time with people who don't understand or value your boundaries. It's true that people need people, but at the end of the day, the most important thing in your life is your peace of mind. When you are truly in peace with yourself, then you naturally attract people who you can build mutually respectful and healthy relationships with. And won't that make for a better life? Your boundaries are an extension of your individuality, and nobody should be allowed to tamper with who you are and what you can be. I'll be talking more about establishing boundaries in specific relationships in my upcoming videos. Stay tuned and subscribe to my channel for more such content. Thank you and take care.